What's up, bugoy? So, magandang gabi sa inyo mga bugoy. So, ngayong araw na to, ngayong gabi na to, ang pag-uusapan natin ay kakaiba, no? So, medyo, ewan ko lang kung paniniwalaan nyo o hindi, pero ito ay isang kakaibang kwento na pwede nating paniwalaan at pwede rin naman nating hindi paniwalaan. Pero, kung naniniwala man kayo dito, subukan nating tingnan kung totoo nga yung bagay na to, no? Yun yung mga bagay na kung saan sinasabi nila na may mga nabuhay na mga higante sa mundo natin. Di ba sabi nga nila sa Bible, may nabuhay naman talagang mga higante, no? Yung kagaya ni David and Goliath, no? Na higante si Goliath, tapos si David tao, ordinary, maliit lang. Si David maliit naman talaga yun. At saka matangkad naman talaga si Goliath. Pero yung tinutukoy natin dito talaga mga higante talaga, mga malalaking tao na halos lagpas ng ilang palapag ng mga estruktura ng mga building na nakikita natin, ganun katataas, no? So meron kayong nabuhay na ganun katataas na mga tinutukoy nating mga higante dito sa mundo natin. So yan ang aalamin natin ngayong araw. So ang alam lang naman nating mga higante na madalas ikinukwento, yung mga napapanood natin sa TV, di ba? Yung mga kinukwento ng mga matatanda para pag tinatakot tayo, yung mga kapre, di ba? Yung matatangkad na alam natin, di ba? Yan yung matatangkad na tao. Pero sa totoo lang, meron ba talagang tao na higante kung tawagin, no? Na nabuhay dito sa mundo. So yan ang aalamin natin. So meron ako dito na nakuhang mga videos o clippings na tungkol sa mga higante na na-discover kung saan sa panig ng mundo natin, no? O sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo o sa iba't ibang panig ng bansa, natagpuan sila. So patunay ito na mayroong nabuhay dito sa ating daigdig na mga higanteng tao, no? Ayan, so alamin na natin, panoorin natin tong video na to para mas na-excite kayo kung talaga bang may nabubuhay o may nabuhay na mga higante at hindi na lang sa mga pelikulang napapanood natin. So panoorin natin tong video na to, okay? Hohoy, bugoy!
There have been other species of human on this earth. We know this. Some smaller and some bigger. But what about a human 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 times larger than the average person? Check out these discoveries of giant footprints and skeletons that may prove giants really do exist. Number 8. China's giant footprint. In August of 2016, an amazing and unexplainable discovery was made in Guizhou, China. During a hike, photographers stumbled upon a series of marks in the ground that looked eerily similar to the prints made by a human walking barefoot. Nearly 2 feet long and indented nearly 3 centimeters into the ground, the massive footprints likely belong to someone who is over 13 feet tall, according to researchers' estimates. Many dismiss the prints as a hoax, which is understandable, except for the fact that this is not the first time such prints have been discovered. In 1912, a 4-foot-long print was unearthed in South Africa that was dated to be over 200 million years old, suggesting the ancient civilization of giants. This is backed up by countless tales from Norse, Indian, Mayan, Aztec, Incan, and Greek lore, as well as the Bible. Most amazingly, the 1912 discoveries had to have been over 27 feet tall to leave such a print behind, making the mere 13 feet of the Chinese discovery seem much more feasible by comparison. Number 7. Philip's excavation. A news article from 1912 details the excavation of a burial mound completed by the Phillips brothers at Lake Declan in Wisconsin. According to the New York Times, on May 4th, 18 giant skeletons that were carefully buried in charcoal and baked clay were uncovered from a presumed burial mound. The bones were said to be monkey-like in many ways, such as straight sloping eye sockets, and a nasal placement higher than that of a human, but were obviously human bones. Many other alleged giant bones have been found in Wisconsin, with the New York Times also reporting skeletons found by a Smithsonian researcher in 1881 and one 9-foot skeleton found in Maple Creek years later in 1897. Certainly, such repeated results are at least some cause for interest and concern.
Number 6.
Ecuadorian giant remains.
meaning
In
baka yun malapit sa
1964,
equator,
several
no?
Ecuadorian
Lugar sa
locals
mga bansang
called
na
upon
malapit sa
Father
Ecuador.
Carlos
Oh,
Vaca,
so may
a
nakita din
priest
doon.
who worked with the local hospitals, after uncovering some strange bones in a mountainous area. After inspecting them, he determined they were likely human,
tangkad doon,
despite
ito, ang
being
tangkad.
incredibly large. The bones were taken to Austrian artifact researcher Klaus Donner,
Klaus Donner.
who allowed
Ang pangalan
several
na
experts
nakadiscover
to
sa
view the
punto na yan.
bones. They all came to the same conclusion. They likely belonged to a human who, based upon estimates, would have been over 25
Taas,
feet tall.
25 feet.
No DNA could be pulled from the
Kanina,
bones during
13.
examination,
13 feet.
leading the researchers to believe
25
them to be
feet.
over 10,000 years old at
10,000
least.
years old.
Donna also
Ito, ang
claims that
dami,
the
oh.
area
May
where the
dalawa pa
bones were
dito,
found
oh.
has
May
been
mga
called
kalansay.
the Cemetery of the
Ito, ang laki ng
Giants
ulo.
by those local to the area,
Parang
though
hawig sa mga
this has
alien,
not
no?
been proven.
Number
Malaking
5.
ulo.
Found at Varna. This
Varna,
particular
saan
discovery
kaya? Varna.
actually took place
Ah,
much more
Bulgaria.
recently
Oh,
in
malapit
Varna,
sa Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. You see, Varna used to be the ancient Greek city of Odessos,
Odessa.
which is known having a lot of mythology that talks about and has images of giants. So, it came as almost no surprise in January of 2015 that an incredibly large human skeleton was discovered. The skeleton appeared to be placed very delicately, with its hands on its waist and its head facing specifically to the east. The only issue with this discovery is that no height has actually been publicly confirmed, giving suspicion to its legitimacy. Some people have speculated that the man may have simply been of above average height and was considered a spectacle when they were alive in ancient Greece. But others believe that this was a real giant that was spoken of as mythology.
Number 4.
Lovelock
Ganda ng
Cave.
lugar. Ganda
In
ng lugar.
1911,
Lovelock.
two Nevada miners named David Hart and James Pugh took interest in the large deposits of bat feces, also known as guano, which they planned to sell for use in making gunpowder. During their digging, the two men uncovered some incredible archaeological finds and called upon Alfred Kroeber, the founder of the anthropology department at the University of California. Several normal-sized mummies were uncovered, as well as a few who were amazingly over 8 to 10 feet tall. Some sandals were also found that measured in at around 38 centimeters long, along with many giant-sized handprints embedded into the cave walls. Interestingly, the local Paiute Native American tribe spoke in lore of red-haired, white-skinned giants called Site-Cha, living in the Lovelock cave system where the mummies were discovered.
Number 3.
The Colorado River. In 1909, G.E. Kincaid was rafting on the Colorado River where he found a large tunnel that took him about a mile underground. Within the tunnel, Kincaid found a very large Buddha-like statue, several tools such as spears, and ancient tablets with strange writing on them. He as well found the remains of people estimated to be about 9 feet in height. What makes this story very suspicious is that shortly after the discovery, the US government closed off that section of land, not allowing anyone else to see the potential findings. The Buddha statue led Kincaid to hypothesize that the giants had migrated from Asia thousands of years ago.
Number 2.
Egyptian giant finger.
Sa Egypt
A
naman.
recent find in March of 2012,
Ito, 20,000.
a photo of what is
2012
believed to
ito,
be a
nakita.
massive, mummified finger began to circulate
Nakita
on
sila
the
ng mga
internet
daliring
and through
malalaki.
news outlets. The finger measured in at over 15 inches long,
15
meaning the
inches
former
long.
owner had to have been incredibly
Malaki
large
pa
in
sa
order to
ruler, ah.
sport such a digit.
So,
Believed to have been
ruler ay
taken
12
by
inches
George
lang. So,
Story in
daliri mo,
1988. The
15
photo has
inches
never
ang
been
haba
proven
ng
real
daliri
or
mo.
false and is a source of heated debate among believers and critics. The story goes that Story paid $300 to a grave robber to photograph the finger, after which the artifact has never been seen again. Spory returned to Egypt in 2009 to hunt down the man who has the finger, but has been unsuccessful so far. Stories of Egyptian giants date back to as early as the ancient Roman Empire, so perhaps the tale of the giant finger holds some truth.
Number 1.
The Giants of Death Valley. I don't know about you, but I'm personally not a fan of caves. So, if it were up to me, this discovery in 1931 would have never happened. A physician by the name of F. Bruce Russell discovered some tunnels and caves in Death Valley and decided to explore them with Daniel S. Bovee. And what they found was quite shocking, to say the least. For starters, this was not a little cave that Russell had found. In fact, they're about 180 square miles, and within them, they had first discovered what appeared to be kind of a ritual or religious hall. It was covered in markings and some type of hieroglyphics, but amongst the discoveries was something more unbelievable. 9-foot tall humanoid skeletons. It was a while until the story was in the news, being first reported in the San Diego Union in the summer of 1947. The remains had been mummified and were estimated to be around 80,000 years old. What's truly eerie is how this story faded away along with the giants' remains. Who knows what came of them?
So yan mga bugoy, nakita nyo? So may mga archaeologists ba tawag yan? Mga archaeologists, yung mga siyentista na nag-aaral tungkol sa mga bagay na at nagsasaliksik. So marami silang napuntahang mga lugar na nadiskubre na meron talagang nabuhay dito sa daigdig natin na mga higante. So hindi na natin yan siguro, kumbaga tawag dito, yung magdududa na meron ba talagang higanteng nabuhay sa mundo natin? So meron talaga. Dati ang kwento-kwento dyan kung bakit nagkaroon ng mga nilalang na kung tawagin mga higante. Eh yan daw yung mga, sabi sa kwento, yun daw yung mga anak ng mga anghel. Yan. So yan, hindi pa natin yan mapapatunayan, hindi pa natin nakita yan, di ba? So sabi nila, yung mga anghel daw na medyo bumaba dito sa lupa na nagsipag-asawa ng mga taong babae. O, siyempre babae. So nagsipag-asawa, no, na tao. Eh nung magkaanak, ayun, yung mga naging anak nila naging higante. Eh siyempre, anghel ba naman yung mga napangasawa ng mga tao na yan na pumunta dito sa lupa, yung mga anghel at nagsipag-asawa ng mga kababaihan dito. So natural, yung mga magiging anak nila, kakaiba yun, hindi normal yun, no? O anghel ang tatay nila, tapos tao yung nanay nila. So anong resulta? Yun, iba't ibang klase ng nilalang ang lumitaw. At isa na yan dyan, ay yung mga tinatawag nating anghel. Yan ay kwento-kwento. Pero sabi, sa Biblia, ganun din ang pinapaliwanag sa Biblia, no? Yung mga anghel, di ko alam kung yung mga anghel na yan, yun yung mga anghel na masasama, na bumaba sa lupa at yung mga tao ginulog din sa lupa. At nung makisalo sila o makisama sila sa tao, ayan ang naging resulta, no? Nagkaroon sila ng mga anak na higante. Yan ang kwento. So, yan ang pinatunayan nitong mga arkeologo na to, na kung totoo bang may higante ditong nabuhay sa ating daigdig. So, meron silang nakita at napatunayan at may mga ebidensya silang na nakuha, no? Yan, nahuhukay nila sa mga lupa na meron talagang higante. So, paano mga bugoy? So, siguro, hindi na kayo magdududa na may nabuhay na higante dito sa ating mundo. So, yan. Hanggang dyan mga bugoy. Sana ay may nagustuhan kayo. Sana ay nagustuhan ninyo yung vlog ni Kuya Fern ngayon. Lalo na sa mga batang nanonood ng aking vlog. At sa mga bagong bugoy na nanonood ng vlog ni Kuya Fern. Sana ay nagustuhan po ninyo. At kung bago ka dito sa bugoy, at kung bago ka dito sa vlog ni Kuya Fern, paki-subscribe mo na po, Kuya Fern Ocampo. Tapos paki-like mo na rin tsaka i-share para matulungan nyo na din po si Kuya Fern para dumami po yung mga views niya at tsaka yung mga subscriber. Maraming pong salamat sa mga tumatangkilik ng vlog ni Kuya Fern. So hanggang sa muli mga bugoy! Ohohoy! Bugoy! Paalam!